Hi, and welcome. I'm Plain White Toast, and this is ARK Survival Rewound, where I take a look back at the way ARK was. This time, I'll be looking back at the first ever ARK event, Fear Evolved. ARK Fear Evolved was the first ever ARK event. It was released with patch 221.0 on PC October 28th, 2015, and it ended on November 5th, 2015. The patch rethemed the ARK with shorter days and longer nights. Colder temperatures and scary creatures above ground were advertised. Also, the Dodo Rex, Zombie Dodo Army, and an achievement related to the Dodo Rex. More on the Dodo Rex in part 2. Most of the trees on the ARK appeared in brilliant autumnal colors for the first time. During the event, alpha predators were reskinned as skeletal variants. There's a skeletal Rex, Carno, and Raptor. All of those were alphas. Each drop their respective bone skins when you kill one. The bone skin can then be applied as a costume to one of your tame dinos of the same species. There are also supposed to be rare spawns of skeletal Brontos, Trikes, and Stegos, which also gave a bone skin when killed. I never found any of those during the event, though. Around the island there were pumpkin patches and graveyards covered in mist with little ghosts flying about. Pumpkins could be harvested and then carved into jack-o'-lanterns, similar to the way you paint dinos, and then placed as decorations. These lasted the length of the event. There were also gravestones in the graveyards that could be harvested. When you collected one, they were called stolen headstones. And there was a little ghostly moaning sound. Some pumpkin patches also had scarecrows that could be collected and placed as decorations as well. As with the pumpkins, headstones and scarecrows disappeared when the event ended. Another change that came with Fear Evolved was that all supply drops took on the appearance of candy corn. On official servers, certain supply drops gave jack-o'-lanterns with free ARK game codes for sharing with friends. So all the drops were candy corn, but none of the loot was all that special. At least in single player. One of the more frightening changes was that spiders and bats would now spawn up above on the surface instead of just in the caves. Both were, however, tameable for the first time, bats and spiders. And the spiders were rideable. The scariest addition to Fear Evolved was the Dodo Rex, but more about that in the next video. Since I never encountered any of the skeletal trikes or brontos or stegos, I ended up spawning in some of the skins so I could try them on and see what the costumes looked like. And then while I was at it, I went ahead and spawned in one for my Carno. And for my Raptor as well. The Witch Hat skin was also introduced during Fear Evolved for both for characters and dinos. As I recall, they were really expensive to make though. Something like you had to have one of each of the skeletal bone skins, and then like 40 tombstones and 30 pumpkins and 10 or 15 scarecrows. And it was quite, so all in all, it was a neat change, even though it came out just as I was finally ready to tame a Quetzal for the first time. They had just been added 3 weeks prior to the event starting. The event is also not geared in any way toward the solo player, but I'll discuss that more in part 2. But that's ARK, and this has been ARK Survival Rewound. Thanks for watching, and watch your back.